Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Very excited to be back with another video. I'm very excited because this video is a lot more personal, a lot more exciting to share and talk about with you guys, and I'll try not to make it extremely long. Unfortunately, I am going to be filming this video by myself because my fiance went back to Kentucky yesterday. But that's okay. I'm a big girl, like I can film it myself, and I'm very excited to be sharing this with you all. So this is going to be my engagement video. I'm going to just briefly talk about it, basically briefly talk about our relationship, and just go from there. So if you guys like these type of videos or have any suggestions, let me know in the comment section. I love you guys, and we're just going to get started. So I'm going to take a moment here to briefly just insert a clip showing you guys my ring, and then we'll get started with the chit chat. So basically, I will just briefly start off with the story of how me and my fiance met. For those of you who don't know, his name is Marquise, and he's the greatest thing that's ever happened to my existence. Anyways, so basically, we pretty much met in high school. Aww. We weren't high school sweethearts, of course, but we were the best of friends, and that's what I love so much about our relationship to this day. Like, I'll always appreciate our friendship. Okay, so this part of the video I'm doing over because I don't want this to be like a 30-minute long engagement video. So I'm just going to briefly summarize as best as I can the way that we met. Basically, Marquise and I met in high school, and we met our freshman year. I did my first year of high school in Kentucky before I moved to Florida. So basically, we met in our gym class, and we became the best of friends. We never hung out in school, which is the funniest thing. Like, to this day, we don't know why we just never hung out outside of school. All we did really was like text and talk on the phone like every single day, and we'd also like eventually like get into doing Skype videos. And to this day, it's still like the same thing, like the same routine and stuff. And so anyways, as the school year was coming to an end, that's when I got the news broken to me. I was moving to Florida, and my mom was getting remarried. So basically, all I had ever known in Kentucky, I was going to be leaving behind and, moving to a place I was not familiar with. So, of course, I had to break the news to all my friends, including Marquise. And so the last day of school in our health class, everyone, like all of my close friends, including him, like wrote me these cute little notes, and I still have them in a box in my room to this day. Basically, his note was telling me that he always thought I was cute and all this stuff, and like I was really nice. And so basically, at some point, we both like confessed we started to have a crush on each other at some point, but we both were just too like shy and like silly to tell each other because both of us thought like we would never see the other person as more than just a friend. Like, I thought that he would only see me as his best friend, and he thought I only would see him as my best friend. So it was so funny, but like, we both realized like, wow, all we had to do was just say something. But it wouldn't have worked out anyways since, I just found out I was moving away to a whole nother state. So basically what happened was, as soon as I moved away, he kept in touch with me every single day. Like, there was not a day that went by that he did not contact me, which really means so much to me to this day, and I'll always appreciate just how genuine of a friend he was to me. And he still is a genuine best friend to me, even though we're engaged and gonna be married eventually. Like, he's still like my best friend, and I just love that so much. And then what happened was, eventually I went back home to Kentucky in the summer after we graduated high school back in 2014. That was the first time we saw each other in person in 3 years, and we hung out a few times, spent a lot of time together. And then what happened was, I eventually invited him to come visit me for Christmas in Florida. It has touched me, and I promise you guys, every day now since the engagement, I wake up every morning just embraced with so much joy and happiness in my heart and my mind. And it just blows me away that, oh my gosh, like, this man made the decision that he wants to spend the rest of his life with me. Like, it really touches me because just everything I've gone through my life, and especially like my unexpected changes with my health this year, like the fact that he still wants to stay by my side regardless of my health, regardless of what I've been through, what I am going through, he still wants to be here, right with me every step of the way, like every single day. Like, I honestly could just spend this video crying because, I mean, I just never imagined we would get to where we are right now. And again, like, we would not be here if it weren't for God, like, and if it weren't for the effort we both have put into this relationship. Like, it is the most beautiful feeling, most beautiful thing in the world when you truly and genuinely discover that person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with, like every waking moment with. He has decided he is moving down here, so, you know, that's another accomplishment. We're finally going to break our long distance because it can't go on like this forever. Like, we can't just marry each other and be married long distance all the time. Like, I'm excited for this journey with him. I'm excited for him moving down here. Like, all the fun things I've always wanted us to be able to do together, like, and now we're finally going to be able to do those things. Like, now we're going to be able to go to Disney and Universal as much as we want when he moves here because he'll eventually have passes like me. And it's just perfect. Like, I'm so excited. As far as, like, do we have a date yet? I know that's the most common thing a lot of people have been asking. We've been playing around with dates, but we haven't, like, seriously decided, okay, this is going to be our date. I mean, we're not going to get married, like, in the next, like, 6 months or the next year. But it's almost like, you know, we've gone through so much just doing long distance for 2 years. Like, we want to be married soon. Soon, but, like, not right away, if that makes sense. Plus, we both want to also, like, finish up school a little bit more. Like, I'll have my bachelor's in 2018. So, like, you know, getting married after I get my degree would be more of my preference versus, like, trying to plan a wedding and get married while finishing out the degree. So, I mean, we pretty much, I think it's going to be fine doing the planning and stuff. It's just a matter of deciding when we're going to do the wedding as far as the date. And then, of course, the invite list. Like, I was so excited. Like, I've already started my invite list of people I would invite. And to be honest, I only have, like, about 100 people right now. So I feel, if anything, he's going to have more people he wants to invite than me. So we'll just see how that goes. But we both have agreed we don't want a huge, like, elaborate wedding. Like, we want a smaller wedding. I don't want, like, a room full of people and, like, half of them I'm not even close with type of thing is how I look at it. So, and he pretty much feels the same. Like, he's on the same page. So, like, even though there's a lot of people we went to school with back in Kentucky or whatever, like, half of them will not be invited. Like, I'm just going to say that now. Like, I have no shame in saying it. Like, there's no point to be fake and only invite you because we went to school together. And then, of course, like, I'm just going to briefly now move on to engagement and any plans for the wedding. So basically what happened was the engagement took place on the day we celebrated our 2-year anniversary, which is December 21st. That is our anniversary date. We have been planning this out, like, ahead of time. Like, he really wanted to do it something nice. He wanted it to be really special. And we ended up finding this restaurant here in Orlando, and it's called Better Than Sex. And, I mean, you know, the name's a little odd, kind of throws you off. Like, what? Like, Better Than Sex? But it's really, really good restaurant. Like, it's strictly all dessert restaurant, and I just absolutely recommend it to any and everybody. Like, take a significant other, do a girls' night out there. Like, it's an amazing restaurant. It's this cute little, like, romantic, fancy restaurant, and, like, they dim the lights for you, and, like, it's, like, painted in red, and there's, like, little, like, pictures around the restaurant. There's chandeliers, and then when they sit you at your table, they throw rose petals on the table, and there's fresh, like, white roses on your table, and it's just really romantic and really nice. What happened was it got close to us, like, waiting for the check, and then the check came. We both, like, reached for the check. He was like, no, I got it. I was like, okay. And then, like, eventually the waitress came by and was like, you know, are you guys ready? I'll go ahead and take it. And so, like, she was grabbing the check or whatever to go, I guess, you know, ring it or whatever. And he was like, actually, before you go, can you take this picture for us? And I was looking at him like, are you serious? You want to take a picture in this restaurant? It's, like, dark. The only thing that, it's only lit by candles in here. It's not going to be that nice of a photo. We were seated right in the front part of the restaurant, so it was already kind of crowded, a lot of people, kind of, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, are you serious? You want to do a photo right now? I was like, yeah, I want to do a picture, why not? Like, it's our anniversary, and I was just like, fine, if you want to, like, I'll get up and, you know, we'll take a picture. So we're both getting up from the table, and the next thing I know, he's grabbing for my hand, and he gets on his knee. And, I mean, it just threw me off. Like, everyone in the restaurant was, like, cheering us on and clapping and, like, whistling and all that stuff. And I, like, was so in shock and overwhelmed. Like, it all just happened out of the blue. It just really blew me away. Like, blew my mind. It was very, very sweet. He gave me his little speech or whatever. And it was so intense because, like, it was really getting really loud. Like, everyone was literally clapping and, like, oh my gosh, he's proposing. And, like, so, you know, I was trying to just focus on him and, like, listen to what he was saying. And, like, by this time, like, at first when I saw him get on his knee, like, I literally screamed a little bit. And I was like, oh my God, what are you doing? I was like, babe, what are you doing? What are you doing? And it was just from that moment on, like, eventually, of course, I'm bawling by this time. I'm, like, in tears. And once he gets done with his little speech, then, of course, he asked me, will you marry me? And, of course, I said yes.